No, not at the sheriff's department. I'm actually at the DMV. So let's get that taken care of early and often. Sitting here, we got to pick up a certification for one of our vehicles. It's a vehicle for hire certification here in one of the counties that we provide services in. Just wanted to do a quick video and point out to you guys what we discussed yesterday and what I posted yesterday about the FAA. Transportation is a problem throughout the country. And so being able to provide a solution to the problems that are being created by, you know, what happened in 2020, as you guys know, that changed everything. So that's a problem. Companies having enough pilots, having enough drivers, having enough providers in general is a big, big problem. And then the population shifts that have gone on over the last 18 months, that takes time for infrastructure to catch up with the shifts. Here in Florida, we're experiencing, I think it's like 30,000 people are moving here every month, or every week or something like that. It's a crazy amount. So that's putting a lot of pressure on a lot of these transportation companies, whether it's airports, buses, trains, or just transportation vehicles. So it creates a great opportunity for you as a provider to be able to address the needs of the consumers and to be able to reach out and provide services and solve a problem that all of these companies have, whether it's an airline company looking to transport a person that's in a wheelchair. Wheelchair is what we focus on, but transportation in general to clients, or if it's a hotel that needs to accommodate an individual, you can solve that problem by knowing who to reach out to, how to reach out to them, and contact them. And that's what I talk about in my ebook. Is literally talking to people who make decisions and knowing how to reach them, how to get in contact with them, and more than anything, just not being scared to talk to people and communicate. One of my clients, one of the companies we work with, they're requesting a vehicle for hire permit, so we can transport at the port. So as a result, we can't we have a general permit, but you have to have a port authority permit as well. So I had to come down here to the DMV and add that to one of the vehicles, get it re-inspected, recertified, just so we can provide services at the port. But once we have that certification with this particular county, we're able to provide transportation services to any of the cruise lines at the port. And the only thing that's keeping me back was communicating with them, negotiating a rate, which they're going to take my rate because there are very few providers available to provide the service, and then getting this stupid little certification, which is really just it's just a fee. You got to pay like a couple $100s to get it, and then move on with your life. But don't let lack of creativity and lack of knowledge stop you from connecting with companies that want to pay you the rate that they want to pay you, not a pre-negotiated set rate that's probably 5 or 6 years old in terms of being a legitimate rate that you can actually make money off of versus just generating revenue. And that's something else that we're going to discuss coming up real soon, is revenue versus income. There are some contracts that you really should just use to generate revenue, kind of push money through your business, which definitely helps you build business income, business credit. But there are also contracts that are actually going to make you some legitimate money, make you some real money. And those are the ones that you really want to look for. A lot of companies, my company generates less revenue right now than it did 5 years ago, but we're keeping more money. And that's because of the type of contracts that we're negotiating and building relationships with. So keep that in mind as well. You can run around town all day long. If your profit margin is in somewhere between 25 to 40%, 25 at a minimum, you in the wrong lane. And what you should be doing is using those Medicaid contracts to help you build to better contracts that generate a better margin and that generate more income as opposed to revenue. It's nothing wrong with making $1 million, but I would rather make $500,000 and keep a quarter of that million, a quarter of a million, than make $1 million and only keep 100 stacks. I would rather have a 50% margin on a $500,000 contract than a 10% margin on $1 million contract. And depending on who you're talking to and what you're trying to get done, the, each contract actually presents some positives. If you looking for revenue, so you can show a bank that you're generating revenue and you're trying to get a loan, okay, do the $1 million contract. But if you're looking for strictly profit, straight profit and income, you want to find a contract that's going to make you $500,000 and you're going to keep a quarter $250,000 or 50% margin. That's the one I'm looking for, and those are the ones that I'm chasing. Hopefully this has been helpful.